Hi, welcome. My name is Rosa. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today I want to share with you my latest DIY project where I turned a basic IKEA shelving unit into a sideboard. I was in desperate need of storage for some of my servingware for which I had no room in my kitchen, but I had this old IKEA Kallax shelf that was basically holding clutter, so I decided to upcycle it. I wanted to create different partitions, so I started by taking it apart so that I could remove some of the dividers. I ended up with two longer shelves in the middle. Next, I added legs. Now, the Kallax shelving unit is not designed to have legs, and typically when installing legs on a piece of furniture, you would use some sort of metal plate to attach the legs. Because these shelves are not solid wood, in fact, they are completely hollow when you drill into them. So when I tried the metal plate, it was not secure and just very unstable. I decided to not use the metal plate and attach the legs directly onto the shelf using a very strong adhesive. I used Gorilla Glue. I then clamped it down for 30 minutes and let it sit for 24 hours before putting anything on the shelf. Now it is already looking much different than what I started with, but I did want to add another custom touch. I decided to add a back to the shelf, so I went to my local Home Depot and picked up some inexpensive plywood that they cut to size for me, and I then drew a mandala design on the plywood. Now I have seen artists draw these beautiful mandala murals completely free-handed. I am not that skilled. So here I am using a guide to help me keep the design more uniform and consistent throughout. The guide is basically a series of circles around the same center. If you're doing this on paper, you would use a compass to draw your circles, but because I needed much larger circles, I made a makeshift compass out of scrap plywood that I drilled holes into. I then divided the circle into equal parts and started drawing my basic mandala shapes. Hi guys, I have to apologize. I did not realize my camera was not recording while I was working on the beginnings of the mandala design. But I'm just going to quickly explain. Basically, for every circle that we had in our guide, you want to pick one simple shape and just fill an entire circle. So as you can see, I did some petals here, and then I did triangles, I did some loops here, and some domes, and it's just very repetitive. You're just repeating the same shape over and over in each circle. That's just the idea of a beginner-friendly mandala. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue the design, and I will put it on a time lapse so you guys can see the rest. Mandala has spiritual origins, and to this day it is widely used for meditation and self-exploration. It is also a beautiful art form. It does feel very therapeutic as you're drawing. I highly recommend trying it. If you're interested in learning more about it, I will include a couple of links in the description box of this video. Once I was done drawing the mandala design, I went ahead and added a couple of coats of clear protective finish to the plywood. And now the only thing that was left to do was to attach the plywood to the back of the shelving unit, and I did this using some finishing nails and a hammer. And here's the finished result styled as a sideboard. I would love to hear what you think. Let me know in the comments whether you like it, if you would try it, what you would do differently. I really do hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next one.